So, you want to make a grab skill with a custscene just like this? Well then, let me show you how it's done. Alright, so the first thing that we're gonna need is an animation. I will be using Moon Animator. If you don't have it, it's okay. I'll show you how to do it without it later. Okay. Also, before you start animating, you would want to position your characters like this, because it will be the place where they will end up once the animation ends, unless you change it manually with scripts. I recommend you use this setup, so two characters looking at each other, three studs apart from each other, like this. This is the most basic one, I use it almost for every animation. With that out of the way, just open the Moon Animator, select your first character, make a new animation, hit on plus, add the second character, convert file to Moon2 file, and just make your animation. Once you're done, you will have to add some events like this. Put an event on whenever you want second character to get damage. Also, you can add events for sounds to play and other things like Wi-Fi X, but I'm not gonna do that today. After that, save your animation and export rigs. Then select your first character and make a new rig animation. Import animation that you have already made. And delete all keyframes except the first one. Like this. Now make winding up animation up to this frame. Make an event for a hitbox to appear on that frame. And make a wind down animation if you want. Then just save it. Now export your animations to Roblox. Copy the ID and I recommend you to make a folder inside replicated storage named animations like this. Now go to the replicated storage and add two remote events. We will need them later. Add a local script inside starter player scripts. We'll use this one to fire remote event to the server. Alright, this is the code, so get some services, local player, remote event, check for the input began, check if it's a game processed event, check if it's a right button, check if a player is stunned, and check if a player is airborne if you want to. Then just fire a server. If you want to use this remote event for multiple abilities, you can also check the data. Create a script inside server script service. Again, get some services, both remote events and the animation folder. Receive event from the client, check for the data if you want to, assign some locals, set walk speed and jump height of the first character to 0, add a new bool value instance to the first character named stun, use game.debris to delete it after the time equal to the duration of the first animation, assign the first animation, load the first animation into the animator, and play. Now, getMarkerReach signal allows us to fire a function once the animation reaches designated event. So put here the name of your event. After that, create a hitbox inside a workspace. Or again, you can make a separate folder for it. Rescale it, position it, using a C frame, anchor it, turn off can collide, make it transparent, name it, change the material if you want, and turn off can query for some additional optimization. Now, why do we making a hitbox last for a bit instead of just immediately deleting it? Because it's Roblox, and also it's easier. So make a loop. Don't forget task.wait. Get parts inside a hitbox. Check if there's any. If so, loop through them and check if it's a descendant of first character. Because Roblox. Check if there's a humanoid. Check if it's alive. And check for iframes. Reassign locals and break the loop so we don't get multiple people into the cast scene. Now back to the other loop. Check if the locals changed. Add some stunts and iframes. If you don't want anyone completely annihilate you while you're stuck. Destroy hitbox for a good measure. Set a walk speed and jump height of the second character to 0. Anchor both root parts. You probably also want them to not collide with anybody, so these are the parts you need to turn off can collide on. Fire client so we can code a camera. We'll get to that soon. Now get a player from a second character and check if there's any, because we really don't want to fire a client off an NPC. After that, stop the first animation and play the other one with run service and set assembly linear velocity of both root parts to 0. Why do we need to do that? Because Roblox. Set C-frames of root parts exactly how you set them up when you were animating. Do it for both characters to be sure. Connect some more events that will do damage to the second character. Now check when the animations end with .stop event. Destroy stuns, iframes, make them collide again, and anchor them, and set a walk speed and jump height of a second character back to the default. Set the walk speed and jump height of the first one outside of the loop. And that's it for the server script. Now we're going to add camera animation. So go back to the moon animator and make a camera animation like you usually would. So camera, add, position your camera, click on C frame and hit plus. After you're done with that, save your animation. Now what you want to do is open server storage, find folder called Moon Animator 2 Saves, find your animation, then find the folder that contains field of view and C-frame. Copy C-frame folder and paste it into replicated storage. Now go back to the local script. Make a local of your first character and the folder you just pasted into replicated storage. Loop through the folder and find C-frame values, which Moon Animator uses to store camera C-frame, and then print out C-frame of the camera relative to the C-frame of the first character. Now just hit play and press your attack button. Open output window, and as you can see, there is a bunch of numbers. The first 1 to 3 numbers are the frame that corresponds to the C-frame of the camera. So what you want to do now is stop playtesting, make a second local script inside starter player scripts, get twin servers and replicated storage along with local player and second remote event. And also a camera. Receive event that we sent from the server script. Check for the data again if you want. Set camera time to the scriptable. And now we need to manually assign the C-frames that we have got before. Like this. So player.character.primaryPart.cFrame multiplied by cFrame.new and just paste your C-frames going from lowest frame to the highest frame. If there's a multiple frames where camera don't move, so it has the same C-frame, just skip all of the duplicates. And here's the fun part. Open the Moon Animator. Now go to the options and make sure Show Seconds is enabled. Now check the time between camera frames right here. So between the first one and the second one, the difference is 0.5 seconds. The difference between the second one and the third one is 0.183 seconds. For me, first change happens on the first frame. So I immediately change C-frame to this first C-frame. Then after 0.5 seconds, it snaps to another C-frame. So I put task.wait and change C-frame to a second C-frame. Then it smoothly transitions to the third C-frame. To accomplish that, we're going to use twin service. So make a local equal to twin service, create, put current camera, twins info.new. Here we need to input time the twin takes to finish, is in style that you may have used while animating, and is in direction. Put your twin goal inside curly brackets like this. Then just play it. And use task.wait to wait until it finishes. Now just do this for every frame. After you reached last camera frame, wait until last frame of animation. And change camera type back to custom. Now we can go back to the first local script. Delete this. And it should work just fine. So, as you can see, this one has invulnerability, and when I try to grab him, nothing happens. But these two can be grabbed just fine. Here's how you can do it if you don't have Moon Animator. For animation itself, you either have to animate one rig at a time using default animation editor, and use copied character parts as something like onion skin to see where rig should be touching. But it's not very effective, so I would recommend you just use Blender and export your animation to Roblox. There is a lot of tutorials on how to do that. For the camera itself, you're gonna have to set up parts that will substitute C-frame values. So, get a part, put a decal inside it, make sure it's facing front side, and make part into a cube. Now just position it how you want. Repeat this for every camera C-frame you want to make. And use the same script we used to extract C-frame values from the animation folder. Be aware though, C-frame that you will get will be in the center of the part, facing the front side. Yeah, you can't really view what you are doing without playtesting, but hey, it's better than nothing. Alright, that will be everything for the video. Hopefully, I was able to help you in one way or another. Considering that this is my first video, I would appreciate some feedback from you. Tell me what would you like me to do, what I need to improve, stuff like that. And yes, I know there is a cut every like 2 seconds. You see, I'm not very used to speaking in English, not to mention recording videos. So yeah, leave me a like if you have some to spare, and goodbye.